day, boys. What a day. Absolutely beautiful. So this is going to be a bit of a random video, but basically I'm out at my cabin for the weekend. I believe it is October 7th, so it's Saturday. And I mean, just check this out. You could not ask for a nicer day. There's no wind, it's flat calm out here on the bay. It's hunting season, so small game season is open. Duck hunting season is open. Rabbit season open today. Black bear season is open. I have a black bear license, so basically I'm just out enjoying this weather. Got the two dogs with me, as you can see. So I got my rifle here, got a shotgun, and yeah, we're just gonna ride around a little bit. You never know, we may see a black bear out in the beach. I've seen them around here plenty of times, just out feeding in the beach and stuff. So we're gonna keep our eye out for a bear. I'm gonna get out here in a bit and go for a little hike in the woods, give the dogs a good run. I got a trail camera here, and there've been a ton of coyotes hanging around the cabin, so I'm gonna put out a little bit of bait. I just got some old freezer burned fish that I found in my deep freeze. So I'm gonna set that out in the area where we've been seeing and hearing the coyotes, and set out a trail camera, see if I can get a little bit of footage of that. And yeah, other than that, not quite sure exactly what we're gonna get up to this weekend, but I'm going to bring the camera along, just kind of show you guys what I get up to on a typical fall weekend at the cabin here in central Newfoundland. So we're gonna enjoy the weather, do some exploring, see what we can see, and yeah, I hope you stay tuned. Well, just stopped for a little break here. Millie got all tangled up in my fishing rod, so I had to stop and get her untangled. So I just happened to be right by the mouth of this little brook here, and we're allowed to catch mackerel now, so figured I'll stop and have a couple of casts. Alright guys, I think I got a fish on here. I don't know what it is, but I was just trolling along and struck something here. Shut the motor off. I wonder what the hell this is. I saw some ripples on the water, so I just threw my lure out. I was just trolling along, and we got something on. Oh, it's a small mackerel. A real small mackerel. Okay. Look at that little small guy, but maybe some bigger ones around, so I'm gonna cast out again, see if we can strike another one. Another small one. Oh, these are real small mackerel. This one's even smaller than the first one. All right, back you go. Yeah, there's tons of them down there, but they're all small. Let's see if I can get a shot on the GoPro. All right, well, I'm gonna move on, see if we can find some bigger ones. and find a spot to get out, take the dogs for a little run. Well, just pulled up on this little beach here, so nice quiet little spot. Saw a couple of boats passing by out in the bay, so it's an absolutely beautiful day to be out, man. Unreal. So yeah, we went for a little stroll along the beach. Now I'm gonna boil a kettle. So I brought out my Kelly kettle this time. So I'm sure you guys have probably seen these before. But anyways, I'll show you how it works. So I bought this probably, I don't know, maybe 8 to 10 years ago, I would say. And I used it quite a bit first when I got it, but I don't use it much anymore. It's just a little bit too big for me. It takes up quite a bit of room in my pack, and I spend most of my time these days out hiking, and I try and pack as light and compact as possible. So I usually just use my little titanium pot to boil my water. But yeah, I figured since I haven't used it in a while, and I got the boat with me today, I figured I would take it along and use it. So get a little fire going in this here now, and I'll show you guys how it works. Alright, so here's the base for the kettle. So this is basically very similar to a twig stove or a stick stove, except it's kind of like a twig stove and a kettle all built in one. So it's pretty cool. Pretty efficient. It boils water in no time at all. So I got some birch bark down. Just gonna put a few little sticks in here, just enough to get it going. There's a boat passing by out in the bay there. You can probably hear that. Okay, so now that she's burning, you just set the kettle on top of that, like so. And now you just feed your sticks down through the center. So it's basically just a double-walled kettle. So the sticks go down here. Water goes in this part. So she's boiling. So I didn't time that, but if I had to guess, I would say definitely less than 5 minutes, probably like 3 minutes. And I got half a liter of water boiling, so pretty efficient little setup there. I should use it more often, actually. Anyways, gonna enjoy coffee. Then we're gonna get back on the water. Gonna head over to the coyote place and set out some bait and some trail camps. Well, just when I thought this setting right here on this beach couldn't get any better, there's a whale right out in front of us. Could hear it blowing, and then I saw it. Managed to get a little bit of footage with my cell phone because it got a decent zoom on it. Not the best footage, but yeah, just unbelievable, man. What a day. On this nice beach here, weather is absolutely perfect. Sipping on a coffee, everything is dead quiet, and then there's a whale right out in front of us. I mean, what more can you ask for? Pretty darn lucky to be able to come out here, basically right in our own backyards, and enjoy the scenery, enjoy the land, enjoy the country. Just beautiful, unreal, man. Pretty lucky, pretty grateful to live here. Alright, well, almost back to the cabin now. It's about 4 p.m. So this is the area where we've been seeing and hearing a lot of coyotes lately. So just gonna stop. Got a little bit of bait here. I'm gonna throw this out just in through the woods and set out a trail camera, see if we can't catch some footage. So here's a coyote snare from last season. I'm going to be setting these up again here as soon as trapping season starts, which is just a few weeks away now. Alright, so I'm going to put the camera right on this tree right here. I'm just going to dump the bait basically right in front of the camera. So for anyone who's wondering about my last video, I didn't include any trail camera footage on that one because basically I didn't get any. So I had 2 cameras out. First camera, when I got home, I put the memory cards in my computer. The first camera, it took like 5,000 pictures on the first day and completely filled out the memory card. So something must have been triggering the camera. I don't know if it was a limb on a tree or something blowing in the wind, but filled up the entire memory card on the first day. And the second camera, it just didn't take any pictures at all. So I'm not sure what happened there, but I must have had either I didn't have the camera turned on, or I had a setting incorrect or whatever, and it just didn't take any pictures. So anyways, hopefully we'll have better luck with this one. So I got some old fish here for bait. So probably not the best coyote bait, but it's all I had on hand. So we'll see how it goes. I wouldn't be surprised if there's just a bunch of crows or birds or something come by and eat this. But anyways, we'll see. It'll be interesting to see if the coyotes will actually come for it. You'll eat it, won't you, Millie? Alright, so we'll leave this for a week, maybe 2, and come back and see if we got any footage. Well, we went back to the cabin after a little boat trip. So I dropped the dogs off, got some food, and we got about an hour now before sunset. So I just jumped in the truck, drove down to a little woods road here in my cabin area. So yeah, we're gonna drive in this road. I got my rifle, so I got a black bear license like I mentioned earlier. So yeah, I got the rifle here. So the plan is basically just to find a decent like vantage point where I can kind of look out over some country, and I'm just gonna kind of post up. Got my binoculars, so I'm just gonna spend the rest of the daylight hour just doing some glassing, and who knows, maybe we'll see a bear pop out, maybe not, maybe we'll see some moose, who knows what we'll see. Probably be some hunters in this area. It's a pretty common woods road for moose hunters, so yeah, I'm gonna try to find a spot to set up and just enjoy the last hour of daylight here. All right, well, decent little spot here. I can kind of look out over this bog behind me. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to walk in the road a little bit first, because I know there's an area just in the road a little ways where there's a blueberry patch. So that should obviously be a good spot to look for a bear, even though the berries are probably all gone this time of year. But yeah, I'm going to head in there. I'll spend maybe half an hour or so kind of walking around in and around that blueberry patch. And then just before sunset, I'm going to try to come back here and just kind of glass out over this bog for the last little bit of daylight. Just spooked a grouse. It was right next to me, like 5 feet away. Took off. I didn't even know it was there. Scared the absolute crap out of me. Well, this is as good a spot as any to see a black bear as far as I'm concerned. So we're basically standing in the middle of a blueberry patch. Now, like I said earlier, most of the berries have dropped because we had some frost and stuff. It's getting late in the year for blueberries, but there's still a few berries on some of these bushes. So this should be a great spot, but the only problem I see here is I can't really get a good high vantage point where I can kind of look down over a bunch of country. So I can't really see as far as I would like to, but you never know when a bear could wander out. So I think I'm just gonna hang out here for a bit, and then eventually we'll make our way back to the truck just before dark. Well, sun is gone, so I got about 20 minutes of shooting light left, I would say. But man, you could hear a pin drop here now. Everything is just dead still. Anyways, I'm gonna hang out here for another 10-15 minutes, and I'm gonna walk back up to the road, make my way back to the truck. Well, pretty much too dark to take a shot now, so I'm gonna turn on the headlamp and make my way back to the truck. Still looks fairly light on the camera, but it's actually quite a bit darker than it looks. Found this high vantage point here on the way back. Just looking out over this bog. I can see my truck way up here. Not sure if that's showing up or not, but just heard some coyotes way off in the distance. Alright, so Sunday morning, so it's a foggy old morning out there, but I think once this fog burns off, it's going to be another nice day. So anyways, first thing on the agenda this morning, well, I came out early and lit the wood stove here in the shed, and I'm going to do the annual coyote snare boil. So I'm going to throw my coyote snares. I just bought 3 dozen new snares from a guy online. So here they are here. You can see how shiny they are when they're new. So all I do is I just boil a big pot of water on the wood stove. And I'm gonna throw, oh yeah, she's boiling. Yeah, I'm gonna throw some alder bark and a couple of fir boughs in the pot with my snares. Just let it boil for a couple hours, and I'll show you guys what they look like when they're done. So trapping season starts in about 3 weeks, I believe. So just trying to get a few things prepared for that. So hoping to get some coyote snares out, do a little bit of otter and mink trapping as well. So yeah, we'll get these snares in the pot now, get them boiling. And like I said, I'll show you guys what they look like after they're done. They'll be a nice dark color and take that shine off the snares. Usually just tie a piece of wire on so I can get them out easier after when they're done. So I'll throw the snares in. And I just got a bunch of alder bark here that I just got off a couple alders out behind the cabin. Throw that in. And I'll usually throw in a couple of fir boughs. Here we go. So we'll leave that for a couple hours now, and then we'll pull them out and take a look. Headed in this woods road now for a little grouse hunt before we call it a weekend and head home. So saw a couple of birds in here last weekend. Dogs flushed them out, but unfortunately didn't get a shot at either one of them, so they flew off and never did find them. But anyways, we're gonna walk in the road, look for a grouse, and probably boil the kettle. Spend a couple hours out here before we call it a weekend. Well, here's my tree stand that I made for black bear hunting. So I killed a bear out of this stand 2 years ago, 2 falls ago. Had big plans to set up my bait site again this year and try to kill another bear, but unfortunately work got in the way, and doesn't look like I'm going to get a chance to do that anymore this year. Wanted to walk in here, see if the stand was still up. Still looks to be in pretty good shape, so that's good. Maple trees are looking pretty nice now this time of year. Fall colors are really starting to come in. Millie, what are you doing, bud? Oh my. No wonder my truck is pretty well rolled off inside. Dog's got it friggin' ruined. Out of state. Alright, well, we just heard a grouse. So, you know how they make that noise with their feathers or whatever? It's like, foo, 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 foo. Something like that. So yeah, we heard that a couple of times now. So there's a grouse in this area close by, but I just kind of sat down on this stump now just to see if I can listen, hear it again, and try and pinpoint exactly where it's coming from. It's going to be hard to find, but give it another few minutes, try and hear it again, and then we'll try and head off in the direction that I think it's coming from. Okay, Goose just flushed that grouse. I didn't see it, but I heard it fly, so we honed in on it, got close enough to it, and Goose flushed it. So I don't know, the chances of finding it are pretty slim now that it flew away, but I'm going to spend a little bit of time here looking for it. It's in a tangly old spot, of course. Where is he, Goose? Alright, so Goose is sat here, he's looking up in this tree. I can't see anything. I don't know, maybe this is where the grouse was originally. Yeah, I don't see it. Where's he to, Goose? Go get him. I don't think we're gonna find this one. Shit, he just flew away again. He was right up above us. Flew that way. Whoa. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna find it this time. Seemed like he flew a good ways away. Through this thick shit too. Oh man. Alright, back out on the road. Had to give up on that one. So, man, I'll tell you, it's easy enough to get turned around in that thick stuff. So we were only probably 50 yards or so from the road, and had a bit of trouble finding my way back out to the road there. So I'm gonna stop chasing that grouse around before we end up getting lost out here. Definitely don't want that to happen today. Alright guys, well, pretty much back to the truck now. Just got like a 15-minute hike to get back, so pretty much ready to call it a weekend. I decided to stop here and have a quick fire, boil the kettle one more time. But I'm going to end the video here. I got a feeling this video is starting to get quite a bit longer than I had originally planned, so I'm going to pack the camera away. Like I said, just boiling the kettle here quickly, and we're going to hike back to the truck. So, no luck with the hunt, but it was a great weekend. Couldn't ask for much better. So, spent most of the weekend out doing all the things I love to do. So, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. Hey, Millie. Good girl. Yeah, good girl. All right, these have been simmering away in here for a few hours now, so I'm gonna pull them out. There you go. So as you can tell, they're a lot darker now, and that shine has gone off of them. So that's pretty much all there's to it. I'm just gonna hang them up out behind the shed now in a tree, and I'll just leave them out there until I'm ready to use them.